All right, guys, we're back here in the booth to bring you Thorsten Hohmann versus Jani Siekkinen. You're watching BSN, the Motor Sports Network, here at the American 14-1 in Virginia Beach. I'm joined in the booth by none other than Danny Baruti. Danny, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Jake. Nice to meet you, and great to be down here. This place is amazing. I'll talk more about that during the match. This is my first time here, but now onto the table, I guess. Our players are playing to 125 points. Thorsten Hohmann needs no introduction, and it would probably take too long to mention all his accomplishments. And Jani Siekkinen is one of the strongest players in Finland. He's won his fair share of titles also. So Thorsten's on a recent hot streak. He just won a 10-ball tournament and a 8-ball tournament in New York.
Yeah, just up in New York.
So I believe Jani won the lag, and Thorsten's at it. He's breaking.
Here.
Yeah. What do you think? You like shooting this ball?
Well, I mean, he's got a good angle to just nip the bottom of the pack there, but he's so far away. It's always tough.
It's always you can't count on coming up with a shot after this too, because you're coming up from the bottom and you're hitting those loose balls, and you can't predict how they're going to react. So he's going to play it, I think. There's a 3-ball. In Stuck City.
Yeah, that was the bad part about taking on that shot, Danny.
Yeah. I think you're right, though. He had to shoot it. No, there's no safety play there. Although now, if you were in New York a while ago, you'd put the ball back on the spot and say to your opponent, I called safe.
Of course, Jani Siekkinen has been to this event many times. And, of course, Thorsten Hohmann, no introduction needed for him. Certainly the reason why they call him the Hitman. He's been taking everybody out as of lately. Avid straight pool player.
He doesn't gamble either.
I like that even more.
Yeah.
Likely we're going to see a safe here by Jani.
Well, he might try to cut this in.
Can do that. Jani from Finland. Thorsten from Germany.
Bank City. All right. That was pretty sporty.
Yeah, great shot. It's tough to start out there with the bank. Spots the ball. Of course, he's going to have a couple shots here.
Yeah, looking at the combination at the 8-5 at some point, he might try to work around that too.
Jani pulls back out into the middle table.
It's like he got punished.
Yeah, he won in the stack a little hard. You see the 14 ball come back up into the back. He's left himself now on the rail.
Oh, the only saving grace of playing that 2-ball, if the cue ball goes up the table, he can turn and shoot that combo on the 8-5.
Sure.
I think that's about it.
Like attacking the 2 here, Danny?
I don't. I mean, it's kind of thankless, but pretty much have to.
Tough shot from that
Sure.
distance.
Yeah, off the back rail, sure. So while they're switching innings, while they're switching players, Thorsten comes to the table. This place is massive, and the tables are playing beautifully. They've got all diamond tables in the tournament room back here. I didn't even get a chance to check out the rest of the room. It's 75 tables, and that's pretty impressive.
The largest pool room in the United States. Here at Q Masters.
Certainly the largest place in Norfolk.
Oh, yeah. Lots of rich history here. Of course, the U.S. Open was held here for many, many years. Great Barry Berman.
And Thorsten's going on that. Oh, that's the 8. That's the 1 ball. Excuse me. I kept calling it the 8-5.
Combo by Thorsten.
I think he picks up the 8 and the 15 and tries to work the 8 and the 12, whatever that ball is down in the bottom, the strike ball. I guess not. It's picking up the 11 first.
Got plenty of separation here, Danny.
Yeah. I think when he does get a shot at the 7 ball, he's going to use it to bump the 12 over a little bit. I guess not. I would have played around 14, come up the other way. Save that 6 for the key ball. Looking to see if the other ball passes the 15 after he plays the 7.
Good shot. You caught it. He just nips it out a little bit, so it looks like he'll use that for his break ball.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Got to be careful there.
Whoa. That's a nice touch to get it, to get the correct angle, come off the rail. That side of the table, that's a great shot.
Runs the cue ball up. Now he'll have the 2 ball. Get himself into position for his break shot.
You say this is a stun? If he has any angle, I think he goes to the short rail and comes back up.
Oh, no, I mean, he's stunned up to the shot is what I was saying. I'm off the top rail here.
Perfect.
After a little bit of a mistake there by Jani, Thorsten ahead 10-4. Match points to 125.
Anybody in the Norfolk, Virginia area should come down, if you have the opportunity, should come down and watch this live. We've got some stands over the tables, and literally there's the best players in the world are represented here. Players from Germany, Spain, the Netherlands, Brooklyn, all over. John Schmidt, who just ran 600 balls, is here. Think about that. Where else can you go see a world record holder perform?
Right, you got all the greats down here
Yeah.
this week.
This is actually a very special event, and anybody in this area should avail themselves of it.
I consider it to be the best straight pull event around.
I think you're right. I think that's it goes without saying.
Just came off a match. If everybody's tuned in, we saw Darren Appleton, Marco, already in his first game. And then we'll have one more match tonight. Albin Ocean and Ruslan Chinahoff. So packed full of world champions.
Got about 2 of them in my group. Got Appleton and Orculo and Teuscher, and maybe I'll just go home now.
You all know you can shoot, Danny.
Fortunately, I'm firing blanks not lately.
Didn't really get the looking for here. I don't know if you can see this 6-ball.
I think he's got the 15 ball. Is that the 15 on the outside of the near the outside?
Got the 15 on the outside.
It's a back cut.
And he hits it great.
Now he's got to come up with a shot. I don't know if the 8 goes. He's either going to play position for the 8 or try and hurl the cue ball into the rack. It means he's got the 8. This is kind of tricky now. If he's straight, he's got to force it.
He had the 7-ball. Ball now is tied up a little bit with the 10.
Maybe he's got the 14 up the table. Yeah, he does have a little problem. I think if you get a different angle on the 210, you can make it. Not from where he is, though. So once he shoots the 14, he could probably shoot the 210. Oh, too hard. He threw it right into the rail. Now this ball is playable from there. Back cutting the 2 into the 10 is not that difficult. And the cue ball should run into the 15-5. You should take the chance here because you got a chance to break both clusters. And he just used one of his bullets.
Bumped it out, made some space. Still got to navigate with that 2 and 10.
Yeah.
He's going to have to develop a break ball shot here, Danny.
Well, he's got the 5. 5 is a fine break shot, but you just don't know what's going to happen with the 210. He's going to break him right now. So the 2 is his key ball. So I'd say the 2 and the 10 ball, and then the other 2 balls keep the 5 for the break, the 2 for the key ball. connect the dot type of position. Now, I think you like to be on the other side of the 5 ball playing this break shot. Now there's an issue of freeing the cue ball out on the break. Whereas if the cue ball is on the other side, it would be closer to coming out at the end of the rack. So I don't know how he's going to hit this. Normally, you go to hit it with inside English and make the ball run 3 rails. I don't think with the ball this far, the corner of the rack, that's reasonable.
How do you feel about having a bottom break ball?
I don't mind if it's set a little better. See, he's already got to work too hard on where it's going, and
Yeah.
it should come out natural. You should either have a 3 rail or be able to go out 1 rail and come out, and you can't do either on this break shot. I know players that try and hit the ball hard and draw it to the short rail, the cue ball to the short rail, directly off the stack. There's that 3 rail. It came out. He's not very lucky on that break shot.
No.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have a shot. He's got a long shot. You just pocket that 11 ball, you've got no shot. You've got to move off the 11. That makes it complicated. And everything else is just a long, tough shot. I would prefer to play the 2-6. He's going for the 11 ball, so boom. And he come up. Okay, well, he's in the clear now. That's exactly what I said. I'd like shooting the 11 ball better. That's exactly.
Off there nicely to really clear these balls out. He's got up here top in the middle of the table. Down to start freeing up shots.
All right, should be in the clear now. Just 13 ball isolated up on the other rail?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay. Then he should have no problem playing that and then playing the 8 ball later. Matter of fact, that could be ideal for an end pattern. Now he's got an issue if the 12 ball wasn't there, if the 15 ball weren't there. Is that the 12 or the 15, the brown ball? I forget now.
15.
Okay. They've changed all the colors since.
I know, right?
The 15 ball weren't there. He could just play the 11 and break the cluster with the 2. It's kind of in the way, so he's got to do it this way. There's a chance of getting stuck here.
Two for the price of one there.
Yeah.
Guys want to check out the brackets, you can go to American 14-1 Straight Pool Facebook page. There's a group there posted
Oh, he came up too high. I think he was going to try and set the 3-ball up for the break. I think he's committed now. He's got to play the 11 and the 8. Then play the ball that's looking like the break shot. I don't know what that is. The 10, maybe. Then play the 7 and drive the 3 out for the break shot. That's pretty straightforward, actually. You roll up, get on the other side of the 10, create an angle on the 7 where you can bump the 3. Then you just pick up the remaining 2 balls, the 15 and the 12. Meantime, as we're watching this, putting up some numbers here. He's got a 42-ball run going. Might be more than that. Get the angle. I think he did. Surprised he didn't fight to get a better angle on that 7 so he can break. Well, it looks like he's going to go to the short rail and try and bump the 12. Boom. Yep. John might be running more than 42 balls here, by the way. He's got 10 right now in his game. It's quite possible he's running on 125 and out. Okay, well, Jani is getting out of this rack, but I don't think he's got a break shot. Okay, well, that was unfortunate. He just missed getting a good break shot by a little bit. A few times he got out of position to bump to create a break shot, and now he's got to settle for this thing over here, which is a shot only a mother could love. Balls are coming off the rail on the slow side. So even if the 15 is in the rack, which it doesn't appear to be, even if it were in the rack, he'd have a 2-rail break shot. And you probably couldn't get enough speed to be effective. I don't know what he's going to do here, if he can catch the rack after playing the 15. If not, you should just play safe and come around the table.
It's dangerous cutting this in and coming back up into the stack, isn't it?
Well, I thought he might clip the corner ball.
Interesting.
I don't think he can. I don't think he can make it and hold it and clip the corner on the other side. That's a pretty practical decision, but leaving the cue ball against the rack is a bad play. Thorsten now has to just lag the ball off the rack. He would have left Thorsten on the bottom rail. It would have been more effective. Then Thorsten has to go to the rack and to a rail. So that's sloppy safety play. So basically, Jani could have created this position, which is tougher to play safe off of.
Right.
Yuck. Doing that. Yeah. Granted, it's a 9-foot break shot, but This is not the guy you want to be leaving that shot to. I think just John Schmidt just ran out his game. I don't know how many, but it quite possibly could have been 125. That was a great shot that Thorsten just came up with. That opens up the floodgates. See how long it takes before Thorsten deals with that 15, because that could wind up being a problem. Guess he's looking to see what the dangers are going into the cluster with the 2, from the 2. I don't see any other balls. I think he's going around, though. He's maneuvering, it looks like. Went in soft. Well, this is correct positionally. He goes nowhere if he just shoots the 4 ball. 5, and now he's got gets rid of that 4, and the 13, the 14 open up. He's really got to think about not forgetting about the 15. Those balls have a way of biting you, where you don't want to get bit. Leave them there too long.
Thorsten's just trying to create himself a way to get in here and spread these balls out.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to stop under that 10. Probably wanted to play the 7 next.
Okay, though, I think he's got the 12. Be a little tight in there.
Which one's the 12? The one near the 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks a little tight, so.
Yeah, it's not the shot he wanted to be shooting. Pick up that 15 ball. It's going to be bad at the end. He's going to wind up with that strange position. So I guess you pick up the 7 and then the 15. The 7 right now. Let's see what he goes for afterwards. He's not listening to me. Oh, that's a nice play. He gets the bump to 14.
Quite nice how he did it.
Ooh, almost. Gonna have that 15 to deal with though as a key ball. You really don't want to be doing that. That cue ball dies on the rail. Now you've got to come up with something. Guess you got to go forward. Oh, he's going to slam it. That was nice.
A nice run there by Thorsten.
He kept his wits about him. He realized he only had to come out. Well, he had to come out a good 18 inches on that. But he did it nicely. Fortunately, the 14 was near the rack, so he didn't have to come out further.
In here with his break shot.
Oh,
and he missed it.
He really slammed that one.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that one, Dan.
Yeah. This level that could. Well, there are no real problems this rack. I would like to pay attention to the 14, get rid of that real soon, so when the opportunity arises, you can get rid of that red ball.
You gotta love coming to the table like this. Everything wide open, nothing's touching.
And you got 3 potential break shots there.
Sure.
Well, 4 or 5, really, if you count behind the rack.
So, Danny, obviously you play a lot of straight pull. When you do have 3 or 4 different break shots and you're looking at the table, do you always narrow yourself into one, or do you leave yourself open to the possibilities of using a different ball?
Well, in this case, I would like to use the 7 ball because it's on the correct side of the table for a right-handed player. Because I'll be leaning over the table that way. And the other thing I take into consideration is the key ball, where that is. So if a break shot is slightly less desirable, but it's got a good key ball, I might take that.
Good point.
Yeah, I don't like that he's leaving a 14 this long. We should get rid of that. He's got to pick up one of the balls up table, the 6 or the 8. Probably correct to play the 6 ball in this position. Roll down a little, pick up the 8, then the 11. Then you can get the 7 ball That's a 7. I like firing off in that sequence. Just leave the 3 and the 13 for the very end. That looks like what he's going to do. I guess he's going to go for the 3 now. Well, I guess not. Why play the 11? Not going to play the 3. I would leave the 11 there to help you get to the 3. Now you got to go from the 6 to the 3, which is not that straightforward. You want to get straight on it. He would have done much better to leave the 11 ball in that position.
I don't think he wanted this much angle on it.
No. Had he left the 11 ball, he would have he could have done whatever he wanted to do. That's not too shabby. This might be hard to get back into position.
Probably
this
2
is
rails,
tricky.
you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell how straight he is.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get there from where he is.
Up with a lot of inside English either. Rails. A little far.
And a little straight, but he's certainly in it, thanks to Thorsten's gaff on the break shot. Have Thorsten at 36 and Jani at 34. That was pretty nice. Okay, it looks like 14, and what do you like here? Going into them or holding the ball up a little?
Yeah, I don't think really he needs to go into it because he's still got the. Looks like he's got the
13?
Yeah, 13 down table. No, he went into him. I just didn't think he needed to do that. All down there by the bottom. That's why I'm back here.
The only trouble with that ball is holding it.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
shoot
sure,
the ball.
yeah.
I guess that's probably why. Uh-oh. Just got it. Yeah. Got a little work cut out for him. He's got that ball on the table. He's got the 3 and the 8 together. Got the 6 and the whatever color that is, purple, green. The 6 in that ball.
Back around nicely.
Yes, he did. Guess he's going to try and get a shot at the 10 ball here.
Comes in there nicely.
Yeah, I don't think I think he wanted a better angle on that. I think he wanted to be down near the middle diamond shooting that.
I just nip these out. There you go. See 11 ball trail down to the bottom rail next to the 12. A combo, which is okay.
Hard to tell what he's going to do here because you don't know if the ball is frozen on the rail. It makes a difference in the way you hit it. Wow. That's not a bad save.
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't have a clear cut shot without making it super tough. And with everything tied up, he just nips the 8 back into congestion with some of the other balls.
I think that 8 passes the 6, though. I think Thorsten's got a good shot at making this combo. Sure, he'll take it. I might bet one of my kidneys that he'll play this shot. Now, I wouldn't bet my pancreas, but I got 2 kidneys, so I think he has to play this shot. There's no safety here.
The thing is, left with afterwards. Can't really force this combo.
True, but I think if he gives it a nice clean stroke, cue ball should go down to the short rail and come back up, and he might have a shot at the 13 or the 12. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, he caught it.
He jumped up when he hit that. You notice?
I did, yeah, he popped right up. Certainly wasn't an easy shot. Out there for Jani. Combo.
I'd play the purple ball up the table right now. He's the second on it.
I believe the 12 there.
Might be a little low for a break shot. I think he's got to use the 3. do. He's really got to play that ball up the table. I don't know how he's looking to come around for that ball. Leaving it too long.
Oh, look at that. He got there, Danny.
It's a good shot, but again, you got to play the 12 is the key ball. I don't like it as a key ball. Got to get really perfect on it. You got to get it really.
A slight angle here on this ball, so
Jack up, shoot across tape. I'm not a fan of this shot. I like getting rid of those problem balls early as you can. Possible.
oh wow.
Yeah. That happens when you're shucking and jiving too much.
Yeah, exactly. A lot tougher on himself.
If people don't want to shoot that shot up the table, but invariably you wind up shooting something that's at least as tough, or if not tougher.
Sure.
Hey, Yanni has 53 now against 31 for Thorsten. Up, Maroney.
Wow. Now, we've seen a couple misses so far on this TV table.
Yeah.
In our earlier match and now in this match. Trails. Anytime.
Constant threat.
Yeah, can put 70, 80.
Yeah.
So.
You know, it's almost as if the score doesn't matter.
Right.
At their level. That's a nice shot. One of the things I like about Thorsten is that when he does miss, which he misses as everyone does, it doesn't seem to get to him. He sits down, he composes himself, and he's back up. Got another long break shot. Let's see. Wow.
Well, really, just what you're talking about, just a test to the mental fortitude.
Yeah.
With Thorsten, you know, when he wants to play and he wants to win, you know, he goes into this hole and he'll play, 8 hours a day for 2 or 3 weeks, and as I'm sure he has in preparation here.
Well, he's gonna hammer this one.
Oh no!
Yeah. I was actually gonna call that scratch. Just slid. It hit the bottom of the stack and slid right into the. Okay, now this position you can afford to run into the rack with the balls. You don't have to play position off this. Right, he got away with it. He got a clean hit. Later, he could play the 7 and pick up the 10. The only thing he's got to do is manufacture a break shot from the middle. Being a little too far side. Up to 15. I couldn't tell exactly what he was doing there. I think he might be running into the rack here, maybe trying to set the 2 or the 7 up. Got the combination on a 4-6. That's probably what he's going to nominate. Might be able to set the 15 up from here. About as good an angle you can get on the 11 to do that. Guess he's going to use the 2 ball as the break. He's going to. It looks to me like he's going to use the 2 as the break. It's a little on the high side, but he should be able to finish off this position nicely. 7-3, and then the excuse me, red purple. Well, I would have played the other way, but 3 into 5 rather, 5-3, and then the 7-10. Need to keep a whole set of balls in front of me here to get used to the colors again.
I know. I keep changing them.
I didn't like that at all. Got to pick up the 7 first in these positions. Go for the low ball and hope to swing around and get in line. Not practical. Not that it can't be done. It's just it makes it difficult. Naturally, no sooner do I say that than he gets perfect.
Right.
This is not a gimme either because he's got to hold the ball to get a good angle on the 2.
Yeah, he's going to be level kind of with the 2.
That's about as good as you can hit it. He really did that nicely. All right. Slight hiccup in the road. He's he at 53 or is he got another rack?
I got to take that call.
Oh.
A couple of the
You might make
older folks trying to check into the stream.
mean people from my generation.
I guess
You could say it. Listen, I believe you should keep your personal phone calls to yourself. We're trying to work over here, fella.
I'm still trying to teach my mother how to text. Well, we'll get it updated here as soon as.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice one. I like the way they hit that. It's risk-free.
Okay.
I guess now I'm hazarding you play follow on this. Go to the long rail with some spin and let the cue ball come up for the in the pocket where he's standing now. Naturally, he's going to draw it and come back just opposite of what I suggested.
Five.
Not a fan of this shot. Don't want to be running into loose balls in a position like that. I think he's got nothing here. He may have the 3 ball.
Smirks a little bit. It's like, oh man.
I don't think he played this. Not that he had to be punished for it, but I think he could have done it more clean. This ball either goes or it doesn't. I think he's got to shoot. If it's close, he's got to shoot it. Yep. Nope. It hit almost 2 diamonds out. I mean, wasn't it? Thorsten needs 93. Capable of doing it. See if he picks up the 9 ball. Back for the 10. Up the 5 first after the 9. Oh, he's got the 10. It's going to go into the 1. Cue ball is going to go into the 1. Should create a little explosion there. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful shot.
Still got to worry about the 7 and the 14.
If the 14 clears, now in this position you clear out the 5-1, then the 14 goes. Or 1 rather.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Yep. I want to do that.
Change of plans there for Thorsten.
Still got to get rid of that 4 ball if the 14 doesn't go. I like picking up the 13 here. Swinging around for the 14. Either way. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. Was he trying to clip that ball? What did it look like to you?
Yeah, I imagine it looked like he was maybe trying to push it out even further.
Oh, you think he was trying to hit the 8 ball?
Yeah, just push it up.
At that speed, I
just don't.
I need to come around 2 rails for the 14 unless it didn't go. I think he pretty much committed it. After this. That's a good shot. This is break shot. What's he going to leave as a break shot if he's taking this? Is he going to leave the 11?
Bump that there, Danny.
He was trying to kick that out for the break. Hit it on the other side and drive it out of the rack for the break shot.
They come with a shot here.
You sure do. It's kind of a position where you got to, and you don't have a break shot even if you do make it. Now he hit that pretty good, and on a table this big, he's got to go behind the 8 ball. As big as this table is, he's going to land behind the 8.
Wow.
He really hit that shot terrific. I mean, such a good shot. Guess he's playing the 8. Yeah, what a shot. What a shot. Well, he's got a bank shot now. Oh, that was kind of a tough rack. I wonder if he's going to bank this. I was playing Dallas West in the World Open one time, and he banked the ball on me like this. He ran 80 balls off of it. He
Wow.
made the bank, and I think the smart play is just to play safe. But if you want to push the envelope, there it is. Okay, Yanni's in the lead, 68 to Thorsten's 43.
That ball count down, Danny?
No, that's a safety. There's 15 balls on the table. The scoring in straight pool is very straightforward. Everything's got to add up to 15.
I guess allowing Yanni to have to break now.
Played a good position. The correct play here is to go behind the rack and drive a ball out, but take a scratch. You deliberately take the scratch. You don't try and play a good safety here. Play a billiard, go behind the rack. Make sure you drive a ball out. Now, he got away with that, but again, he just as easily could not have. I have a feeling that Thorsten could play a good save here. You might be able to thin off that ball, 7, and go back into the stack with reverse English. Just hamstring him. Take the 5 out of the game.
Yeah.
Of course, he may not have the angle for it. He might be on top of it. But if he has it, I think that's what he should do. Ooh, okay. He's going to try and do the same thing here. Thin it and come back across. Hard to tell what's going on in the rack in terms of combinations. I guess he's going to have to play off the 6. Go one rail and up. Try to hide it behind the rack. Well, if Jani can see this ball, he can make it. He can't see it. A friendly bump there. He actually hit the 5 ball on that shot. Guesses that he's going to play this with the intention of breaking him. Have to generate some force to make it, so you might as well break it. Ow. I didn't like that. Can't give Thorsten too many chances to come back to the table. Push the envelope when you got a chance. Of course, I don't know where that 5 was, how far towards the rail it was, how difficult the shot was. Might have the 9 ball off the 2. Oh, he hit that great.
Shot.
Oh, man, was that terrific. But I still like the 9 off the 2. Nobody seems to be looking at it. Maybe it's off angle. Hard to tell from here. But nobody's even glancing at it. Is that the 1 ball?
Yeah, the 1 ball, yep.
The 1 off the 2, yeah.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, up next is going to be Albin Ocean versus Ruslan Chenihov. So another exciting match. That'll be our last TV table in the match of the day. Back tomorrow with 4 matches starting at noon.
It's like the European Championships over here.
I know, everybody's here. Just saying, we have Alcade, Francisco Ruiz, both from Spain, and Albin. I think this is, what is his first time here, I believe?
He is playing the 1 ball.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that ball looked dead before, too.
Well, you called it, Danny.
You know, having to play a difficult safe when there's that many loose balls is just such a great chance of leaving a dead shot. That's exactly what wound up happening. This shot is looking the wrong way now. He can play the combo on the 3-6, but the cue ball's going back towards the short rail. So he's going to have to hit this pretty good. He's got to turn the cue ball loose. All right, this is a pretty tough position here. He's got 3 tough shots here. The 4 ball, the 3 ball, and the 7. I think the 7 is a little too wild. He's trying to cue ball loose too much. And the 3 ball is hard to break with it. And the 4 is kind of a tough shot too. I just have a feeling the 3 ball is going to be a shot. Right, I guess 7 and 8. I don't know if anything is dead in that cluster. I can't tell from here, but whoa. In the 4 now.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity to play it.
You don't have to hit it very hard.
Now I think you just sit a little high and go right into this, like really easy. Perfect.
Do you shoot the 2 now? The 13 is not a bad break shot. Oh,
He was trying to come back up to play the 15.
yeah, he would have been able to set up the 14 for a break. And the 7. Get it correct to do that. Got away with it. Cue ball was not in a good position for a key ball for a break shot on that side of the table. But he should be able to handle this. Just slow roll it. And back to the middle of the table. Tables are playing very nicely right now. Very nice. Very nice shot. 5. Am I correct? Is that 85?
We're going to get an update here just momentarily. $82.43.
82. So I like kind of hitting this hard with some running English. Right above center. He's queuing up on the right side of the cue ball. That was a pretty good result. You got to play the 11 though. now, or the 13 rather. Oh, all right, he got away with it. Come down too much. No, he's got it.
He had it. It looked good, and then a couple of those balls, Danny just started coming back into the center of the table. But
They'll do that.
I think he'll be okay here. He's
Yeah.
got plenty of opportunity to free this up.
He is, can he get a shot later at the 15 ball to break up the 11 and the 8? So come off the 13 for the 6, and you play a combination of the 12 into the 3, and that's the last ball. That 12 is the last ball that stands in the way of the 15. Oh, I didn't see how far up that cue ball had come. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Little haphazard there, I think.
The problem is he's leaving that ball up the table. He had the opportunity to play the shot, then play the 6, and get rid of 2 problems right there. But the position hasn't changed in that. He's still looking at playing the 15 with a view of setting up the 11 or the 1. He's awkward for everything right now.
Yeah.
Everything's just a little funny. And at the end of all of it, he's still going to have the 13 to deal with. That was good.
Yeah, it worked out beautifully for him.
It really did. I mean, I pick up the 3, and you can get the 14. And you can pick up the 11, the 6, and the 5. 11, 6, and the 1.
So, Danny, is this match a little bit of surprise for you with Jani out so far on Thorsten?
It's not that it's a surprise that he's winning against Thorsten. It's a surprise that Thorsten's missed so many shots.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic.
Yeah. That's a surprise. I mean, this guy's good enough to beat anybody. So you come 14 to the 13, pick up the 6-1, and then the 8 for the end. Yeah, it's just uncharacteristic for Thorsten to miss that many shots in such a fashion. But the last one wasn't a miss so much as he left him that 1 ball.
Yeah.
And he never took a look at it. My guess is that the 1 is a good break shot. It's out of the rack. Otherwise, he would have come out more. jack up and stun it.
I think you almost have to here.
Yeah. It's either that or you go 3 rails. Or
Done this straight up.
yeah.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, please hit that share button. You're watching BSN, the Billiard Sports Network. I'm Danny and Rudy in the booth. We're watching Thorsten Hohmann versus Jani Siekkinen. Of course, it's been all Jani the last few racks. He leads 96-43, going to 125. Up next, you will see Albin Ocean and Ruslan Chinahoff. 14-1 straight pool championship down here at Q Masters in Virginia Beach. The area, please stop by, check out all the action. There's stadium seating here. Come meet some of the top pros and world-class players. Duking it out for that title, Danny.
And they got a restaurant in here. You can have a bite to eat. You can get a libation. And you can see the best players in the world. I think he has the 12 in the side. No, he's got the 3, but he's got to shoot over the ball, and he's right on top of it. He may have to shoot the 12 in the side if he's got.
Yeah, you're right. He's awfully close to the 3.
Yeah, there's almost no clean way to hit it. You really got to play that 12 if you have.
Like he likes it, huh?
He's a very cautious player, which is a good thing.
Well, of course, this time it's obviously always round robins. Everybody's going to play 6 times, correct?
Yeah, I think there's 7 players in each group.
The knockout rounds. Surely would like to get a win here against Hohmann.
Yeah, getting rid of Thorsten does everyone a favor in his group.
Sure, yeah. Might just have to take his medicine here, Danny.
He's got 3 potential shots, and they're all problematic.
I don't mind the 6 ball so much here. You come back out into the middle, and then you open yourself up.
Yeah. I think the problem is he's got to spin it to make it.
Yeah.
Good shot. Played a 4, you played a combo here.
Tough. I almost like the combo. With the 4 being so close to the 10, bump to 10. Favorable shot here. Yeah, so I was a little afraid of that, but he's okay.
Boy, that took a funny roll, didn't it?
Yeah.
Hit the 10 and rolled down.
Well, it's always funny because when the 10 ball there, when I was looking at it, you could see that it was frozen to the rail, and every time you hit a ball frozen to the rail, it always just shoots the cue ball back out a little bit.
It's like launching an unguided missile.
I know. It's one of the tougher shots in any game if you're trying to hit a ball like that on the rail.
Now, this is funny. What do you do here? You got to go forward and come to the middle, but there's no shots there.
Well, I think he's got the 2 ball there. nicely.
He got pretty good on that. Now you got to come around again. Spin it in and hold up for the 5. Nope. I don't like going into those loose balls like that. That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, he's going to be good here, though.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. He's got the 3 ball down there.
He's got that cluster in the middle, though. He's still got to get position on it.
I like taking the 3 here. You can see the 3 down on the bottom rail.
Yeah.
And just come right up into the stack and just nip the left side of the, looks like the 14 ball.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think he's looking to maneuver around, hit it from the side.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh,
he
no.
did come up
He
in there.
went and
Yeah.
he just clipped it.
Wow.
Was that your suggestion?
That
to clip
was,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. Very good.
See it sometimes.
But he's still got to work here. You know, he can
Oh,
make
yeah.
15 could be a good break shot. The 7 is the key ball. I think he's going to play this shot and come to the middle of the table and play the 5 and swing around for the 13.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
So if Jani runs this rack, he'll need 9. So he really doesn't want to make any missteps here. I like the way Jani plays. His timing is good. His pacing. He doesn't rush his shots. And he's not reckless.
Exactly.
Plus the angle. I don't know how he's going to break that cluster now.
CR Butte, thank you so much for the donation. Not out of it yet, Danny.
Yeah, he can't play the 13 here. It's too tough a shot. He's got to play the 11. Come into them. He hit that pretty good. They should have more than this.
Oh, man. It hit it good, but I think he's going to have to take a tough one now.
I'm just going to assume he can't make the 14 or he would have been down on that shot already. Maybe he can make the 14. He's just going to swing around, play this ball. He's going to play the 13 and swing around for the 8 or the 7. 15 is his break. Well, he worked his way out of a very problematic rack.
Oh, he really did go through that very, very well.
So it looks like he'll be shooting for 2 at the end of this. He'll need the 15 ball and 1 more.
Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Jake Lawson, Danny Baruti. So we thank you guys for joining us. Hit that share button. Day one here at the American 14-1 Straight Pool Championship.
Jake, is he at 110 right now?
110 to 43 he leads.
I misread the score. He's running 27. Thought it was more than that. Off of that safety that Thorsten, off that missed the one ball.
Yeah.
Was that 27 balls ago? It seemed longer.
Yeah. Well, he's been moving slowly.
He's going to put this right on top of the 8 and the 14. Wow, this game's over. I believe the 13 passes the other corner pocket later, so I don't see any problems here.
No, I don't either. Unless something catastrophic happens. "13 balls away."
No, I guess the 13 is still playable. Goes past the 9. Really doesn't need to be breaking into these again.
No, you're absolutely right.
This is a heads-up play. Clears the pocket for the 4 ball by playing. Pick up the 7. This is just too easy. This is so easy, even I could get out this rack. I mean, give me 2 or 3 innings and... Well, very makeable. If I was him, I'd make sure I pick up the 7 on the next shot. Play the 8 and then the 7, then the 9. Don't play the 9 right away. You get stuck somehow. Got to make sure when he plays the 9 that he can turn around and shoot the 1 if he has to. Okay.
He's got the 5 ball here easily in the side. Getting a little funny here coming down the home stretch,
Yeah,
Danny.
I didn't like that shot at all. I think he's got to shoot the 13 now. The 12. Play the 12, then you play the 6. You come around and everything's wide open.
Thank you, Daniel.
I think he can make that 6-ball now. Come to the middle of the table. It's done.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Thorsten can do nothing but watch.
Ain't over yet. Came a little far. He's got a lot of choices here. Looks like he's going for the 14.
Point over there. He's gonna just slide this cue
Yeah.
ball over here to play the 9 in the same pocket.
That's it. Two shooting for 2, right?
Yep. Perfect. Should
Wow.
be all she wrote.
Actually, you want to be straight on this shot. You
I
don't
know,
want-
right? Yeah,
this is
exactly.
not- All right, well, I want to say thank you to Jake, and it was a pleasure working with you.
Absolutely.
And not that the match is over, but I figured I'd get that out of the way before the rush hour starts at the end of the match.
Pleasure has been all mine. Thank you for coming in.
I'm going to have to go chastise Thorsten for not playing that 1 ball. All right, thank you very much.
All right, guys, up next, you're going to see Albin Ocean and Ruslan Chinahoff.
Are you jumping in? I have no idea. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
And so stay tuned. We'll bring you that match momentarily after a short break.